Welcome to Fatzoid World. Okay, well, we're done with that voice. We are here with Salamangreat. Hope you guys are going to have a good Labor Day. Well, Salamangreats are. Since Gazelle's now at 2. Pretty nutty, right? It's so OP now. OP. So, yeah, the deck is an OTKO deck. You go Update Jammer, Transcode Talker, Access Code Talker. We've run Salamangreat Pyro Phoenix because Mirage Stalio locks us into fire cards, like fire effect cards. Like anything that isn't a fire can't activate its effect, so you can't O2KO someone if you end up going into Mirage Stalio. So Pyro Phoenix kind of lets us still have a pretty big effect on the board. Parallel Exceed and the Foul is in the deck, so we can go to Baguska easier. We aren't running the Adventure Package. I have a good feeling the Adventure Package will probably be really good, but I'm sick of playing it, so we are not. So, yeah, let's become Cum Burner and really show our opponents the meaning of gum. Yeah, that's where I want to go with this. Join the Discord if you haven't, and subscribe if you haven't, you dirty little dog. I know if you haven't. I can see it. It's you. You right there. You haven't subscribed. I can tell. Let's go into the games. We are here, and I just want to say thank you for coming. That's it. Just thanks for coming. All right, we're playing against Phantom Knights, so this is pretty cringe. As you can tell, my name is based on the character from the anime who plays Salamangreats. We're going to Ash the Water Enchantress because that's cringe. That's annoying, right? Even though we were just talking about putting it in the deck. But we did it. It gets kind of boring after a while. You guys know? Let me know down in the comments. Do you guys get bored of seeing just Water Enchantress in every deck? I know it's like a lot of decks need, like, it's a good engine. Why wouldn't you put it in? But I just get kind of annoyed doing it. And then I see comments where, oh, we're getting Ghost Ogre. Well, Balinx will still activate its effect. We're still grabbing our field spell, which is the most important thing. And Flame Buffalo is going to discard Spinny, which will activate our Gazelle. Oh man, my eyeball. Here we go into Mirage Stalio. We're going to be locked into the fires, remember how I just told you guys that? There's the Sunlight Wolf. By the way, we could have O-takeo'd our opponent. Didn't see it when I was playing this. Remember, I'm playing this late at night. So the way we could have O-takeo'd, we could have used Cyanite Mining to go into Foul. And then we could have easily gone into summon Jackal. Jackal would have special summoned the Foul with Foul's effect. And then we could have went into... This is all before going into the horse. So since we went into the horse, we can't do this anymore. If we didn't go into the horse, we could have easily just done all of this with just going into the Transcode Talker line. So, yeah, kind of cringe. But in my defense, I thought I was going to have a very dominating performance here, to be completely honest. Like, look, I have like 5 cards in my hand. We're going into Heatlow. Heatlow's going to send his last card on the field to the deck. 2,300 dealt to him. We have a negate, a crossout designator, a circle to protect Heatlow. So we have to use our negate early because he top decks right. Kind of unlucky. He discards the Phantom Knight card. So now he's going to have a way of extending with this. So yeah. Our opponent, who had pretty much 1 card in hand and no cards on the field, is going to kill us, perhaps? Question mark? Question mark. Please no. Please no. Papa don't like ye. Alright, and here we go. Utopic Future. Okay. Well, we can actually deal with Utopic Future. That's only one negate, and like I said, this deck deals with negates pretty... Oh, wait, they have the Water Enchantress. That's going to be 2 negates, isn't it? Does he have a way of getting a card in his hand? Yes, he does. Well, that's kind of cringe. Ugh, sorry for the yawn. But yeah, he's going to be able to have Wander and Griffin. Am I just dead? No, he's going to do 7,000. It's kind of annoying. So we're going to be... you're going to have to Soul Comer it up and show our opponent the true meaning of friendship, I think. Alright, he's overvaluing how good a Salamangreat card is in my hand, right? Like, why would you negate this? So I fucked up, but he fucked up too, you know? In my mind, I'm like thinking, I'm like, maybe I can fuck up worse than him. Which I will. Don't worry. It's fun showing my guffaws. The humility really, like, keeps me grounded. So he's going to top Draco, my Gazelle, but it doesn't destroy Gazelle, so I get to keep it in hand. Which is kind of nice for next turn. So we're going to go into... We get the foul. Because since we dealt with the negates, we're like, okay, we can just kill our opponent. In my mind, I'm dealing... I did the math. I'm like, okay, 6,600 is... I could do 6,600. Because I'm going to go into Access Code Talker. And with Fateful Adventure around, I can attack this token twice, right? And that's 6,600. I have no idea what was going through my brain. But because I did the math on it. And I was like, oh yeah, I have him dead. 6,600, right? So I did the math. But for some reason, I'm like, nah, I have to pop that Fateful Adventure. So now I don't have lethal anymore. He lives with 100 HP and our life points, and I'm just gonna lose now, right? Nope. Cross out Designator. Foolish Burial. Get fucked. Boom. Boom. He had no answers. We actually took the dub. Damn, that was a pretty massive mess up, though. Really gotta pay attention. All right, we're here for game 2, and let's see if Fat Zoid can mess up again. It's pretty likely because, you know, I think the fat's starting to like clog my brain, to be completely honest. I actually read that that's like a possible thing. You know that? Like you get like brain fog from being fat. I don't know who did that study and how they even did that study. But we're getting imperm, so I'm going to assume it's true. The Balinx is going to negate. It's getting negated. See, this is what I'm talking about. The Fat Fog. It's destroying me. And the Fat Fog strikes again. I summoned the Foul in the fucking... Dude, I summoned Foul in the Sunlight Wolf Zone. So if you guys don't know... The only way you can summon Jackal is if a fucking zone's available. And out of all the zones here, I picked the one that I'm not supposed to summon in. And this prevents me from going into Baguska. Otherwise, it would have been an insane turn for me. I would have had a Baguska on the field. And I would have had Salamangreat Rage. And I would have had Fallout for next turn. I would have had an awesome turn 1. I mess it all up. Now our turn 1 sucks ass. He plays, so we're playing as, Dragon Link, and Dragon Link has a problem with, when they normal summon, unless they have, like, the light and dark, like, monsters to overextend, to extend past that, they don't really have, they have to go into Striker Dragon, is what I'm saying. So if we're preventing Striker Dragon from coming out, we should be fine, and honestly, since we stopped the Rocket Tracer's effect, too, that's actually pretty huge. But our opponent has Chaos Space, which is pretty annoying. So now he's going to be able to go into Striker Dragon anyway. And that was all for naught. So it's probably not that good to do, huh? So he's going to boot Sector Launch. He's going to resurrect our little Rocket Tracer. I don't think he realized he can't activate Rakdos Tracer's effect twice, because he did pause for a while after doing this. But our opponent is just recycling. He's going to have a random card in hand, and he's going to have another, the Light Wyvern, or Dragon, whatever it's called. Driving, or whatever. I don't care what it's called. We lose our Sun White Wolf, but let's be honest. We have Foul, we have Flame Buffalo, we have so many cards in the graveyard. We're going to be able to extend like crazy. We go into Update Jammer, and our opponent is just dead. So this is kind of how you OTKO with the deck, though. You go into Update Jammer, Transcode summons the Update Jammer, and then you go into Access Code Talker. The Update Jammer lets you attack twice with Access Code, and that is 10,600 smackaroos. Game number 3 is on your way, and this is going to be a PSA for all the boys and children out there, mainly me, because this is kind of just a showcase. It's kind of a quick match. It's to showcase how important I think having the adventure package probably would be for the deck, because this is how butt-fucked we get. Like, we go into Baguska, and then boom, we get into Nibiru. I want you to look. I have 2 Imperms, a shitty Nibiru token that's like weak as hell. I have Sanctuary, and I have to rely on top decking a Salamangreat card to even do anything. Our opponent's playing Adventure 10E, and I end up just fucking throwing the game because I'm like, we're just fucked. There's no way we do anything in this position. And that's just what all I'm saying here is having a way of stopping yourself from getting the beard helps a lot. All right, we're here for game number 4, and I am losing it. It is late at night. I'm trying to get this done, but BBB is in my fucking way. We got Spinny. Spinny gonna go Gazelle. Gazelle gonna come out being hot and heavy, you know? He's spitting that game. He's got that real shit. That true shit. You know? Just like, you know, there was a woman I used to listen to all the time, and she used to give me the best advice. And one of the greatest things she ever said to me was, a boy named Troy used to live in Detroit. And I always took that to heart. And that woman stays with me here every day. Our turn sucks. That's why that ramble happened. Our turn is a Salamangreat Roar, Circle, and a Sunlight Wolf. My defense here. For you guys, because I know you scumbags are going to be like, Fatzoid, why didn't you negate the module? Okay, first of all, module is not that good if he has no spells in the graveyard, because Sky Striker needs at least 3 spells for their spells to actually be decent, right? This man destroyed a Designator, so I'm like, okay, that's fine. How was I supposed to know he had a one of? Because Fusion Destiny's at 1. A one of in his hand that I'm going to need to negate. That's pretty freaking unlikely, right? I mean, that's not my fault. I don't really care. And you're going to see later on, hindsight, I shouldn't fucking negate this. You're going to see. You're going to freaking see. Then you're going to say, wow, Fatzoid, you're a genius, actually, and you're not so fat. And I would say, thank you for lying. So he sets a card. Destroy a Phoenix Enforcer comes out. I activate Circle to add Foul to hand because I want to one-shot this slut. I'm going to activate Sunlight Wolf. So the way this guy's playing, first of all, very disturbing. I have no idea why he didn't make Ray into a... I guess he couldn't before. I don't know. I literally have no idea. I should have activated Maxi on my turn, though. Look at all the value I would get. So we're going to summon Foul. I'm going to one-shot our opponent here. So the great thing about Foul has a secondary effect where we can send one Salamangreat card from our hand or field to the graveyard. and we can lock down a set card so they can't activate it. He reveals it's a Widow Anchor. Now, hindsight, if I actually negated this mecha, he would have had 3 spells, and I would not be able to do this. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Looks like Fat Zoid's done it again. Fat Zoid's a genius. The brain fog hasn't gotten me yet. I wish I could title this episode of whatever this is as just brain fog. Like the whole thing's just called brain fog. I think that'd be funny. But the thing is, it would be so bad for search results, I wouldn't be able to do it. We're just going to be popping everyone's cherry with this access code talker now. Time to pop some cherries. Pop in some cherries. Pop, pop, pop. Poppity pop. Boom. Slap. Super slap. Beep bop. Boop bop. Beep bop. Lap, lap, lap. Whoop, bloop, blap. Opponent's dead. Beep bop, bop. Hello. It's a boy named Troy used to live in Detroit. I think that's how it goes. This game is just funny, so I just wanted to showcase this game. I always like putting in a funny little game in here. You know, funny little game for you guys. Parallel Exceed is showing why it's got a huge wing. Protecting our sanctuary search. We're going to be able to go into Sunlight Wolf. And then we go into Baguska. And we're going to be able to have really good follow-up for next turn. 2 set. GG. That's all I'm going to say. GG. They're playing Danger. Stranger Danger. They're going to call by the grave it. What a lame little boy. I got my own cross out. Called by the grave. And the thing I found funny about this game is just like, I thought his deck was really weird too. Like he was playing like these really odd cards. Like these cards don't even look that bad. But then when you find out, like he's actually like, you'll see the card that threw me off, which is fucking funny. Right? So I flip up Imperm, right? Because he pops it with the Thunderbird. So I was like, alright, I'll just activate it. This man plays a card in the fucking row immediately after. And he's playing Advanced Ritual Art. So he's playing Blue Eyes. And that shit disturbed me. I was like, what the hell am I playing against? And then he goes into Halki Fibrax. It summons Jet Synchron. And I'm like, what? Wait, he's not even playing Auroradon. What is happening? He pops me, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to Nibiru. Goodbye. And he just concedes. Won't you look at that? Time to go on to the recap. Hello, little mamas. I just got done watching that Elvis Presley movie, so now I'm real Elvis right now. Speaking of Elvis, let's go over this deck. So, this deck performed pretty good. I'm going to say that. So, this is a brand new account. So, the climb from bronze to plat 5, we had a 85% win rate. Pretty much the main games we were losing were against tryhards who were playing very competitive decks. And we went first, and then we died because we just they kaiju'd the Baguska or something. You know what I mean? We're just fucked. Then from plat to plat 3, which is the highest we climbed to, which is pretty good in one sitting. From plat to plat 3, I would say our win rate was probably around like 60%. So overall, I would say 75% for everything, which is pretty damn good. I would say pretty damn good because I was playing late, as like super late at night. It's still late at night, and we were just making misplays left and right half the time. But the deck, I think, is very consistent. The three Cyanite Mining, three circles, the two Gazelles make it so you have Gazelle in your opening hand more often, which is really nice. Uh, but it really didn't change too much on your power level and what you can do. Because essentially, you can always still kind of go into Access Code Talker even before Gazelle went to 2. Even with Gazelle at 1, you were able to do it pretty consistently. I will just say, why I don't understand why they don't just put this card at 3. I had no idea why they didn't put this and the multi-faker at 3. It just didn't. It doesn't really make much sense. The power level isn't there. Like, look at the cards that we have now. Like, the power level is just not there. Is a very good card, and I think all these cards are very good, and they recycle each other very easily, and the deck can definitely play like a bit of a longer game too if it wanted to. But the deck's very good at just OTKOing with the Access Code Talker, and the only thing I would say about this deck is I think adding in the Adventure package would probably make sense. You just have to find cards to cut. And that's going to be pretty tough. Like, do we cut Cyanite Mining to 2 or 1? Do we cut any of the circles to 2 or 1? Do we cut any of the imperms? Like, a lot of these cards you would probably have to look at cutting. Do we cut the Parallel Exceed package? You know? It's like some things we got to look at. Because I think if you want to make this deck more competitive, adding in that engine, even though I am tired of using the engine, I think it almost is necessarily because of Nibiru and how strong Nibiru is against our deck specifically. If we get Nibiru and they just board wipe everything we worked for, especially when you're trying to go for an OTKO line, we're just fucked, right? We just lose the game. And don't get me wrong, this deck can play through like negates. Like if our opponent built up a board or something, we can play through negates. It's just playing through a Nibiru is just very hard because it's just like something that hits you and just ruins your entire momentum. So yeah, other than that, I think the deck's pretty good. Out of a scaling 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this deck a solid 7.5. I still think it's better than it was before, but still could use some work. Maybe the Link Monster. Once this deck gets the Link Monster, maybe it'll boost the power a little bit. We can do something on that. And I'm pretty excited. If you guys didn't know, Salamangreat is going to be the next structure deck. So when that comes out, I think that's going to be pretty awesome. Makes these cards way more affordable. Hopefully Cyanite Mining's in there. So you guys might want to wait. If you want to build this deck, wait until the structure deck comes out. Should be coming out relatively soon. But yeah, I still think it's like a tier 3 deck. I don't think it's at tier 2 yet. It's like tier 3, maybe 2.5, but like I would say 3, probably sitting around 3. I will say it does OTKO pretty nicely. It does it pretty consistently. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know in the comments what deck you guys want to see next.